This week's focus is shape, and I'm assuming that this will be something that you've sort of dropped into conversation, things that you've noticed around you. You've maybe mentioned the names of shapes, but this week we'll have a bit more of a focus on it, and I'll give you some ideas in this video of activities that you could do that you might not have tried before, trying to keep it fun, trying to keep it more sort of real life type activities rather than sitting down with actual shapes on a page and starting to name them. We want to make it fun, quick activities that are easy to get out. You have the resources at home, and just be a fun way of really introducing more shape language throughout this week, and then hopefully continuing on to do that until they've fully grasped the concept of different basic shapes. So books are one way of looking at shape and starting to introduce basic shape names. I like this book in particular because it's got real life objects that the children will likely have seen around the home and out and about, and the shapes that they can be compared to. So I'd resist the temptation of saying this is a square or rectangle or circle and say about real life objects that they are like a rectangle. So the door is like a rectangle. The puzzle is shaped like a square. The clock is shaped like a circle. And this book is a Dorling Kindersley book. Dorling Kindersley are a really good publisher for children's books, and they tend to use a lot of photographs of objects in their books, which is really lovely. And then this is another kind of book which looks at shapes, and it's got pull-out pieces. So this is a really nice little activity. You've got different sized circles here, and then you've got squares on the next page, and again real life objects that could be likened to those 2D shapes. And again, it's a Dorling Kindersley book, so lots of good books by Dorling Kindersley. There's endless opportunities for spotting shapes in the world around us, and of course food is one of the most enjoyable. Play-Doh can be very versatile for shapes, either cutting out, printing into Play-Doh, or rolling sausages to create the outline of shapes drawn on card. Printing with various materials is a lovely, messy activity to explore shapes through. Potatoes, cardboard, building blocks are just a few examples of what you could use to print shapes with. A really fun game which can be used for lots of different learning concepts is something called Kim's Game. I've no idea where the name came from, but I bet you'll know the game as soon as I describe it to you. So it's where you have a selection of items and you have a look at what the items are. They get covered up, one is removed, and then once they're uncovered, you've got to see who can spot which item's been removed from the selection. So obviously for older kids, you'd have a selection of lots of things on a tray or on the table. But at this age, a really nice thing to do would be to have 2 or 3 objects. And so you could have a circle, a square and a triangle, or things shaped like a circle, square, triangle, and then cover them up, or have the child close their eyes maybe, or you could close your eyes whilst they remove one and hide it behind their back, and then you've got to guess which one is then missing. So there's loads of opportunity for that game, and it's lots of fun. Kids love it. So I look forward to seeing you in the next Zoom and finding out which new activities you explored with shape, some activities that you might have already been doing which worked really well, and don't forget to try and introduce opportunities for singing about shapes. There'll be tons of shape songs on the internet, but make up your own to a familiar tune. It's much more fun.